Ouch. Oh. Ouch.
Wow.
They proved him wrong.
Yeah, right?
Oh, man.
Hopefully I can get us back live.
Yeah.
I'm surprised people haven't sent me a message. Hey.
Yeah, I think we're getting Facebook.
I tell you what, man. I mean, Katie and I did so many live shows with Hot Coffee on Facebook where the audio was off. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to learn.
Well, usually we
Hopefully.
do, but we just... missed it.
You know what? You guys, you and and your sweet bride, you guys need to both come on the show one day.
Yeah. Well,
That would be fun.
it'll be a double date.
Yeah, so Katie just said, hopefully you guys learn and not just quit like she and I did. So, I will tell you this, though. Y'all both sound really good in my ear.
Good.
So,
Good.
I mean,
Sweet.
makes good here.
So it's not gonna so good that it's gonna put you to sleep while you're on the road, right?
Yeah, that sounds real safe. Real safe.
No.
I will tell you this, man. I will tell you this in full honesty. I have seen 0 turn signals from any vehicle to the Louisiana plate. They're just like, we're
No
going.
kidding.
So
I'm like, whoa.
we might talk to you a little bit about some Dallas Cowboys football. I don't think you like Dallas Cowboys at all, right?
No, they are literally the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and they break my heart repetitively, and Katie has to console me every year. So,
So
I'm not saying I cry, but I get pretty close.
right. Well, we just stopped watching. I just watch Facebook. I'm like, okay, somebody's going to tell me what's going on because if I watch it, it's going to be sad. I just can't handle it.
See, I'm like I have to watch it so I can complain kind of a deal.
Like the train wreck, you just can't look away. You just have to
Yeah,
watch
because
it.
sometimes they turn it around, man, and they score and they win, and everyone's like, you know? So,
Would you heard Roger Staubach?
Jason
is-
Wynn's come out of retirement.
No, Roger
That's
Staubach's
what I
coming out of
heard.
retirement.
Whatever.
You are the
Whatever.
funniest man in the whole wide world.
No,
you know
no,
that?
no. I tried.
Hey,
but
so
I'm
we're
not.
off air, right? So let me
Yeah.
tell you about.
But except they
Coach
might can
Colorado.
hear you on Facebook Live.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, hello. Okay. Well, real quick on Facebook Live. On behalf of us internet fans, we are really excited that Illrad is back and in full swing.
Woo-hoo.
We're so stoked that y'all are doing this, and it's just so cool to see you guys and hang out with y'all on Fridays. And
Well,
it was a fun.
y'all were
treat to watch
motivation.
y'all last week.
Y'all were motivation for us. Too.
Yes, you were.
Oh, that's fun.
Seriously.
For those of y'all who don't listening, my wife and I used to have a podcast called Hot Coffee that was super fun. It was just a lifestyle talk show and a podcast too, and it was just a lot of fun.
And you
now
got 12
we're
seconds.
You got 12 seconds. We're gonna go on air.
all right. Hey, anyway, bottom line, God is good, beer is great, and people are crazy.
Right?
There we go.
Actually, you better drop that real quick. Oh,
Too late.
too late. Never mind.
I need to quit talking.
Just
All right,
just keep going.
go on.
We got now you're going to come on after Zana.
After who?
Zana.
Sauna. Straight out of San Antonio. Rock and roll.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just having way too much fun.
We're getting
here.
engaged in the conversation here, Braxton.
Yep.
That
That's
happens, man.
It does.
That happens.
So, funny story today, I fell at work, which is kind of funny because there were just a bunch
physical
of
humor and hurting yourself is always hilarious.
It really
Anyway,
is.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, we were like, are we just going to play music tonight? Like, what are we going to do? Because all these little toddlers were just sitting there staring at me like, what did you do?
Mutiny.
And you're like, kids, this is what happens when you host a radio show.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, look, this is what happens when you trip on a rug and you get old. I'm going to have to get
Trip
a...
on rug. That's hilarious.
I know it was. I'm going to have to get a life alert.
I will tell you, dude. I will do you one better. Okay, so internet, you're gonna love this story, and I would love for you, internet, Facebook people watching, to put in the comments below any kind of physical accidents that have happened to you that have made you laugh while I was sharing mine with you.
Hey,
So put that in the
yeah.
comments right now. So I used to work at Marriott International and at George Bush Airport, and we had at one point we were the only, and so this is still true, we were the only hotel connected to the airport via like an underground train. And at one point, due to construction purposes, we had to put a check-in at the downstairs at the train level. And one time I was stationed down there, and one time I had to literally run. I ran up to get a gas for some, get a water for some gas. That did not come out right, but you know what I mean.
Right,
And
we gotcha.
So I ran up quickly to the kitchen, grabbed the water, was able to run back down, wearing a suit, by the way, because you have to wear one at Marriott.
Nice.
And I literally rolled down 2 flights of stairs because I tripped. And no one saw me, and I had to get up really quickly and give the water to my guest. And yeah, it's a good thing my suit had shoulder pads. And I had to get up really quickly and play it off. But I came right around the corner to my guest, like, here's your water, here you go. But man, I fell down 2 flights of stairs, just rolled. And it hurt so bad.
That'll leave them.
But I had to get up and give the water to my guest. It was the worst.
Oh.
So don't feel bad. So anyway, Internet, let us know in the comments below, what have you done to hurt yourself?
How did you hurt yourself?
How have you hurt yourself on accident or on purpose? I don't know. Sometimes people hurt
If that's your
themselves to get out of
thing,
things.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me. So your story makes me think of our church. The choir loft is high, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of stairs that come down, and our sweet organist. One day she was like 2 steps from the top, and she tripped, and she kind of like rolled down all the stairs.
I mean, yeah, it's a faster way to get down the stairs. I mean, really, I've done it. It was great.
And everybody was just
woke up
looking
refreshed.
like, what do you do? Do you ignore that? I mean, are you like, is she okay? But then you don't want to
Well, it
run
draws
up
too
there
much
during the
attention.
service because you
Right.
don't want to, So she like jumps up and she, hustles over to the organ, but you could tell she was hurting.
We got about 30 seconds. We're coming.
So it was,
All
I
right,
mean,
don't mess it up.
Nope.
I know,
Well, we
we
won't.
got it. We got it. It's going to happen
Yeah,
this
we
time.
got it.
Or,
Llama, llama, llama.
right?
That should be the name of Charles's next song.
So how should we introduce you as Brackston, the greatest native Texan ever?
I don't know, man. Brackston Nutt, a former
Here we-
Texas History Show host.
Okay.
That's what I was.
We'll
Here we
do
go.
that. We'll talk about that too.
Yeah, Brackston photographer. I don't know. Photographer extraordinaire. Let's do that. That sounds
All right,
great. Content
and
creator.
we are back. You're listening to Illrad. It's the Don't Mess with Texas show. We're playing all Texas bands tonight. And on the phone with us tonight, we have our former Coco host.
Is that the Coco co-host?
He was the Coco co-host. And former, let's see, he's done a little bit of everything.
He is.
Texas history show buff. He's Dallas Cowboy fan.
Musician.
Musician. I mean, lots of stuff.
Stay analog.
Oh my gosh, I still have my Stay Analog bracelet, by the way, but I just need to get to it. Brackston Nutt is on the air with us tonight.
Welcome, sir.
That's so interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, hello, world. My name is Brackston Nutt, and I do a lot of things. That's just really the bottom line. Yeah, I love Texas and all Texas things. I had a show on Facebook, which is you can still watch the reruns, titled The Stars at Night. If you're watching on Facebook, don't click on it right now, but you can search The Stars at Night and watch that show. It was a lot of fun. I filmed it with 2 iPhones.
How many
and,
episodes
yeah,
did
just
you do?
love Texas, and I love to talk about Texas. And so Charles said, hey, you want to come on tonight and talk about the Texas history? And I said, actually, bro, I've been talking about Texas history my whole life. So really not a lot's changed.
Love it.
So, yeah, that's where we are. And I hope you guys enjoyed that music we just listened to from Vana.
Yes. Zana.
Yeah. Vana, Nirvana. Yeah, right? No?
Right.
Weird. Okay,
Yeah, I know,
anyway.
right? But she
so-
is from Texas, San Antonio. We've been
Yeah.
playing her music quite a bit lately. Okay, so I do have a question for you. How many episodes of The Stars at Night did you do? Because I know I watched, like,
There are 3.
I was like, I
and
watched at
we're-
least 2.
Yeah, we are in the works of trying to do something different, but that's going to probably be happening this summer. So I'm really excited to what I'm working on, and got some. That's all the hint I can give you. So just stay tuned
Oh.
for that 2019 summer. And
Woohoo.
I got to meet some really cool people, go some really cool places, and learn a lot of things about Texas history that to be honest, I didn't know before I even started.
Very cool.
For example, and I kind of queued up a little game here to play with you two, a little true false. If you're down to play some Texas history, true false.
Absolutely. I'm probably
and I think
gonna.
This is gonna have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do is we'll pitch it to one at a time.
Okay.
That way, but I will allow conferring. Okay, but no Googling. You understand?
Okay.
And no comment checking.
No Googling. Can I
Lifeline?
phone a friend?
Lifeline?
You can phone a friend, sure.
Okay.
But you're already on the phone.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's that. So let's do this. Let's do true false. I feel like let's tee it up with an easy one. The San Jacinto Monument, which marks the April 21st battle with Texas won its independence from Mexico. The monument is shorter than the Washington Monument. True or false?
Oh,
We'll go to
man.
Charles.
He's from Kansas, by the way.
Yeah, don't hold that
Have you even
against me.
seen this? Do you even know what he's talking about?
There aren't very many things tall in Texas, for one thing. It's all flat plains.
I mean, but the good news is you have a 50-50 shot here.
Right.
You know?
I'm going to go with false.
Swing and a miss there, Charles.
Oh.
Actually, the San Jacinto Monument in dedication to the Battle of Texas, San Jacinto winning, which, by the way, lasted less than 20 minutes, is actually 13 feet taller, 13 to 15 feet taller, internet correct me, than the Washington Monument. And the reason why is not the actual monument itself. There is like 3 tiers underneath it, like a step, and that is what makes it taller than the actual Washington Monument. So 0 for 1 for Charles. Coming to you, Michelle. Let's see here.
Okay,
The
I'm ready.
Come and Take It flag. The Come and Take It. You've heard of Come and Take It, right? It's the Texas motto.
Absolutely. We have that
Okay,
flag
the
up in my gym. Yes.
There you go. The Come and Take It flag was made with either, I'm true false, was made out of a wedding dress. True or false?
I'm going to say true.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. True
Oh.
statement. The Come and Take It flag was made out of the, and for lack of a better phrase, the county director, executive or whatever, because at the time, Texas was owned by Mexico, so the person in charge of the county, his daughter just got married, and they made the Come and Take It flag out of her dress.
Sweet. That makes
That-
me love it even more.
So is that
Yeah, right.
somewhere on display currently?
Yeah, it's actually
Flag?
not, but the actual cannon that caused the Come and Take It uproar in the first place is on display at the Gonzales Memorial Museum, and I can actually tell you right now, I've seen it, I've touched it. Yes, I've touched it. And we talked about it on an episode of The
Cool.
Stars at Night. It is smaller than my right arm.
Really?
It is super small.
That's
The
awesome.
cannon.
So that was like your first episode, right? Was that the first episode
Yeah.
of The Stars at Night?
Actually, that was the second episode. The first episode, and this ties into the next question. So, Charles, you're 0 for 1.
Oh boy,
Michelle's
pressure,
1
pressure.
for 1. So let's see here.
All right.
And this is kind of good, though, because this was in a movie. Right before the Battle of San Jacinto, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you fill in the... We'll say true false here. We're going to keep it true false.
Thank you.
Sam Houston said a famous phrase, right? He said, "You will remember the Alamo." Was that all he said, remember the Alamo? Did he say anything else afterwards, like remember another place? True or false? Or he did, I don't phrase that correctly. Let me just do that again. I'll make it, yeah, go ahead.
So he said that. Didn't he also say, check out the basement of the Alamo? Right? No.
The
Um,
basement of the Alamo.
I'm
Oh, man.
I'm going to go with false.
He actually, right before the battle at San Jacinto, there was a massacre at La Bahia, which is where in Goliad, Texas, which is where the first episode of The Stars and Night took place. Sam Houston said, "You will remember this battle. You will remember the Alamo, and you will remember La Bahia." People do think that he said remember Goliad because that's where it happened, but at the time he said remember La Bahia, which was it's the second part of the thing that doesn't really get talked about. We don't see Dennis Quaid in the Alamo saying remember La Bahia or remember Goliad. He says you'll remember this battle.
True. But,
So,
you
true,
know,
true.
that's also, it's more difficult to say than the Alamo, so that's probably why.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see here. So Charles, you're doing great though, man. You were going to get a participation trophy and a gift card to Weirdobeardo Salsa. After this, so congratulations.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh.
Gold.
Michelle.
Okay.
Michelle, back to you. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I got to think. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Uh-oh.
The Congress building in Washington, D.C. is shorter than the Congress building in Austin, Texas.
That is true.
It is exactly true. Congratulations.
Wow.
It is less than 20 feet shorter than the building in Austin, which, by the way, and y'all are going to have to do some digging on this because I don't remember the actual story, but the minute Texas converted from a country to a state, there was one governor who lost an election and decided not to leave the building. So he called in the National Guard, and he called in the Texas Guard or whatever, and they occupied the first floor. And so the Texas Senate had to rappel down to the second floor to be able to vote him out and get him out of power. That's a true story.
Wow.
Okay, Charles, coming back to you. This is give me 1 second. I got to find my notes here. Hold on just a moment, folks.
All right.
Okay, let's see.
Suspense
What do we
building.
have?
Charles, you're going to love this one. Charles,
Okay.
you're going to love this one. This is
All
going to be great. Okay, Charles, true or false? The Texas flag can be flown at the same height as the United States flag.
True.
True. Texas is the only state that is allowed to fly their flag at the same height as the United States.
Yes.
The reason why is whenever we joined the Union, our president, Dr. Anson Jones, made it part of the requirement to be able to fly the flag at the same height as the United States flag. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, Michelle, last question goes to you. Actually, we're going to give it to Charles one more so he can redeem himself. But
See if he can tie it
there
up.
were, there were 10 presidents of the state of the country of Texas, true or false?
Ooh, 10? Wow. That's a tough one. Ooh. That seems like a lot. I'm going to say false.
False. That's right. There were only three. Sam Houston, Mirabel Lamar, and Dr. Anson Jones. Which, by the way, if you go to Washington, Nebraska, which is where Texas declared independence, March 2nd, which is actually tomorrow.
It is.
From Mexico, Texas Independence Day. Go us. They have a house that is made after Dr. Anson Jones' house. I forget if it's the actual house or if it's the house like a replica.
Huh.
But it is super cool because when you go there, you're going to see people living and dressing in the same time period as Dr. Anson Jones when things happen. So the people that live
fun.
there, they make food there, everything, in the same as if it was, back in old 1836 time.
Wow.
Very cool. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
Charles,
that was
this
fun.
next question is for 10 points.
Oh, what? 10
I like
points?
it.
Come on, man.
Pressure, though.
Okay.
No pressure. Hold on just a second. Let me consult my notes. Talk amongst yourself.
Okay. You can do this, Schechner. You can do it. You got it. It's totally you. I think you should phone a friend. We do have some friends
Okay.
here in the studio with us.
That's
so.
true.
Charles, this is a modern question, okay?
Well, I'm a modern
This is
guy.
a modern question. You can't Google it, but I think you're going to love it, okay? Okay, the city of Clark, Texas changed its name to Dish, Texas in order for the whole town to get free cable. True or false?
That is true.
That is a true statement. Charles, for the win. Congratulations, sir. Clark, Texas changed its name to Dish in order to get free Dish satellite for everybody in the city.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Nice. Okay.
And go ahead.
Go ahead. Do you have another? Do you have a bonus question for us?
I have a bonus one for you, Michelle. Yeah, actually, I'll let both of you. Go with this. Okay.
Okay.
So there is there are a lot of weird city names in Texas. I'm sure you two can think of a couple.
Absolutely.
One that comes to my mind that I love so much is there's a city in Texas named Cut and Shoot, Texas. That's a true
Really?
story. You can Google Earth it right now.
Yes.
Cut and Shoot, Texas. It's outside of Houston-ish. There is a Earth, Texas. True or false?
Earth?
That is the only Earth, Texas, like the only city
Earth.
named after our planet in the world.
Earth.
Earth, Texas. Oh, true or false? Okay. Earth,
So to repeat,
Texas.
there is an Earth, Texas. That is the only city in the world named after our planet. True or false?
See, I know there's an Erath County, so I mean it has the same letters, obviously in different format.
But that's a county, though.
I know that's a
You
county.
would think
but
you would think there would be a county seat, has to share the same name.
I know there's a Hill,
Maybe.
there
Texas.
is a Hill, Texas. You can take the European tour of Texas with.
Right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Ooh. What do you think, Charles?
I say sure, but
You guys.
I'm not. I'm
Okay, we're gonna phone a friend here. What do you think, C5? C5's in studio with us tonight. What do you think about
you're
that?
in Earth, Texas.
Do you think there's a Earth, Texas?
No, there is an Earth, Texas. My question is, do you think there are other cities with the same name?
Oh,
Oh.
other cities with the same name. Do you think there are other cities with the same name? What do you think? You think there are? Well, I mean, Texas couldn't be the only one. I
Yeah,
would
but
guess it could.
Texas is best. They're the only one. Let's go with that. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna
Wait.
go. We're gonna go with true.
True, that is correct. Earth, Texas is the only city in the world with the same name as the place that we share a planet with the rest of the world. So
Where's
that's
that lo-
crazy.
That's awesome.
Texas has a lot of things, and kind of circling back to Gonzales here, this is a fun fact. The cannon that is on display at the Gonzales Memorial Museum that started the revolution of Texas, right? The
Yeah.
minute after that cannon was launched, it was taken to the Alamo. But due to a weather, really bad rain, they stopped and they left it. And two dudes left it there thinking they would be able to come back to get it. Those two dudes went on to the Alamo. We all know what happened there.
Right.
So the people who knew where the cannon was, we can't find it anymore. It was 101 years between that cannon being fired that it was brought back to the city that it was fired in.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Who's keeping track there? That's a
Wow.
lot. That's a lot of years.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, right?
Huh. That's
So
interesting.
Texas has a lot of fun history, and there's a lot of places to go to find out a lot of information. And the last one I'll leave you with, which I just marvel at, is that El Paso is closer to Las Vegas, Nevada, than it is to any other major city in the state that it occupies.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome. It's actually funny. I was having this conversation with a friend last weekend who's from Rhode Island. And, she's like, yeah, if we want to go have lunch in another state, it's no big deal. If we want to go have it, we can just take a day trip. And then she said, but here in Texas, if we take a day trip, we're still in Texas. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
True story.
Absolutely. And so Texas is ginormous.
Yes.
And if you
And
take out
awesome.
Alaska, we're the largest state in the union. So, which I'm fine with doing.
Right. I mean,
Sorry, Alaska.
who cares about Alaska? Pfft, whatever.
I mean, to be fair, our youth pastor at our church is from Alaska, so I always throw shade at him. He's a Patriots fan. They don't have they don't have a football team, so they're allowed to cheer for whoever they want. Which kind of segues into the Dallas Cowboys. Jason Witten is back, and we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So, woohoo! Yeah, God is good all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
So, Jason Witten, though, let's just talk about that for a second. We got a few more minutes before we have to go to break, but
Sure.
come on, what is he, like, 40? 40?
First of all, it doesn't matter. Father Time is undefeated. I understand that. However, Tom Brady just won a Super Bowl, and Jason Witten can do the same thing.
That is
there's
true.
that.
I mean, let's not talk about Tom Brady. Bleh. But
First of all.
I mean, he's
Circling back to Texas is real quick. If you guys want to learn more about Texas, feel free to search the internet. There also is a great show right now. That kind of
everything on
promotes
the
somebody
internet
else.
is true.
There also is a great show right now if you're interested in learning more about Texas and day tripping called The Day Tripper. So if you want to see some great Texas history and some fun-filled stuff, I would definitely check that show out
Awesome.
and follow him on the Instagram.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah, and there also is a great Texas podcast called Wise About Texas, which you can learn about some hidden facts about Texas history that will literally blow you away. You'll hear it, you'll listen to it, and you'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know that was a thing." So
Huh. That's cool.
there you go.
It's in Texas, so it's definitely going to be a thing. Well, Braxton,
Yeah.
thanks so much for being on the show with us. We're actually going to have a little bit of Texas music, some ZZ Top, Sharp Dressed Man, And
There you go.
you get back to Texas as soon as you can, because we know you're lost when you're not in Texas. I know that's how I feel anyways.
like a fish out of water. Absolutely.
Right.
Definitely.
So thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
so much.
Braxton.
Thanks,
Have a good night.
Braxton.
All right. God bless Texas. Amen.
Amen.
Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Sweet.
That was fun.
That was fun. Very fun. Okay, so Mark says that Jason Witten's about to be 37. Ooh,
No.
Wow. I
Is
thought he
he
was a little
really?
bit older than me, but he's a little bit younger. Maybe. Well, he probably also doesn't trip on a rug in front of a class full of toddlers and twist his knee.
Probably not.
Probably not. Witten's cool. I like him. He's a good guy.
Good guy, yeah.
I just don't want to see him come back and like get hurt. That's what I don't want to see.
Keep him away from the preschoolers.
Right?
What you gotta do.
Don't let him talk to Chad Finner.
Yeah.
Chad will jinx him. Just kidding, Chad.
Oh.
How you doing over there,
Hey, Charlie.
C5?
Yeah, we've got C5 Charlie with us tonight.
Yes.
He thought he'd join us. He's being extra quiet. You want to say hello on the mic?
Hello.
There you go.
Nice.
How are you this evening, Charlie?
Well, good, I suppose.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
Very cool.
Are we ready to eat already? Are we hungry?
Yes.
You know what we have to have on the way home? Texas Great Whataburger.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll think about it.
Should we vote?
Hey, Miranda. Miranda.
No.
Oh, huh. Chad, we're just going to pick on you for the rest of the night, so
Yeah.
just
You-
get used
you
to it.
jinxed us.
You jinxed
So-
us.
You got a target on you now.
You are right, Ben. Painful football injuries do make for entertaining TV.
That's true.
Sadly. Sad but true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The guy with the. Oh, that was
Kidding.
bad. I felt like, ugh. No. I felt bad for that guy. It's like, oh,
Kidding.
when they have to put trigger warning on the, on the video. Don't watch this if you have a weak stomach. Oh, no.
At least that didn't happen to you at work.
No. But I have had an injury that was almost that bad.
Chad says, moi? Yes.
So if you're new to Facebook Live with us and you want to hear the music while you're watching us in studio, you can go to fbrn.us and click on the green stream. You'll see a goofy picture of Charles and I doing finger guns.
Yep.
And
Or you can also download the TuneIn app for both
is that still a thing?
iPhone and yeah,
We would have, yeah.
and search FBRN.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just a second.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Yes, definitely a wardrobe malfunction. Hopefully I won't bump into everything over here.
Kind of sad I can't hear the ZZ Top playing.
Why don't you sing it for us, Charles?
I'll pass on that. I don't even have the beard worthy. You want to come back after Stevie? Well, no, it'll be
That's always fun. Me scratching my nose on Facebook Live.
worse.
It could be worse. I don't know, could it?
You don't want to forget that you're live on video.
Whoops. Whoops. Okay. I gotta remember to stop wearing bracelets because I can hear
Oh,
jingle, jingle, jingle. But it's really cool because it's Texas week, so I wore my Texas.
here. Take a shot on it.
Are you gonna get me the Whataburger one?
Sure.
Oops. Oh yeah, some Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Should have the commercials popping up real quick. So if the song's playing in the middle of the ads, do I need to just bump
Fade
the
out
ad,
the song.
fade out the song? I mean, they haven't popped up yet, but
No, just play them next.
After-
Yeah,
yeah,
after
okay,
that song.
okay.
Just play them next.
okay. Big
Oh. Oh, there you go. So if you just listen to Facebook Live, but you have Spotify later this week, this is actually a pretty fun show to do. We couldn't decide. There were so many Texas
Oh, I know.
bands. So.
in a span of decades. I mean. you
Oh
know,
yeah.
I mean, we could have gone broader, but there's only 2 hours.
There is. Oh, did you notice that?
What? What?
The Pantera song?
Oh. Is there explicit on some? You know Pantera.
I don't remember anything explicit on some
I
of
don't
their
either.
hits.
I know.
I think it's because the whole album, and I just pulled that.
Maybe.
I don't recall.
Oops.
No, I don't either.
Hey, Clint.
It's hard.
Welcome.
What's up, Clint? I need to connect with you, buddy. Alright, we are Facebook Live. You can hear our music at fbrn.us in the Green Bowl.
Yes. Just look for the finger guns. Why did we think that was a good idea again?
I think it was suggested.
It
We
was.
couldn't think
There
of
were a
anything
few.
better. Oh,
Oh, hey, Dad.
Charlie, Papa said hi on Facebook.
Hello.
He says hello.
Said wrong. Said hey, Papa.
He did say hello. He's really the one with the voice for radio.
Right?
Whoa, what just happened?
Wrestling match.
They always sound like they're having way too much fun in that
they are
other
always having
bowl.
fun over there. Is it because it's a bigger studio?
Probably.
Lively group.
So if you missed it earlier, I totally spanked Charles at Texas trivia. But to be fair, he is not from
I'm a
Texas.
transplant, yeah.
He's from Kansas, and we have been doing Texas history. Like they indoctrinate us early in Texas.
Right. Like when I was in Kansas or Oklahoma, they didn't have Kansas history
Do they-
or
Yeah.
Oklahoma history. Not in junior high or grade school. I mean, it's not like they have Texas history in grade school here,
Yeah, they did.
do they?
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you want to come back after all the
Yes.
spots? Okay, I'll have to be.
Because I've got something good for that
Rev.
Rev song.
Okay.
Okay. man. I am tired of it being cold. I'm just gonna say it.
Well, it's gonna get colder.
Gross.
But then I think by end of next week it's gonna get in the 60s.
Yes, it's gonna be 60. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the day. Waiting for the day for it to be 60.
Maybe we should ask Facebook where
Oh,
should
you
we
better.
eat.
Where should we eat? I don't know, Facebook. It's the it's the question of the week. Every week, Friday night, what should we stop and have for dinner on the way home?
And it is Texas, so should we do Whataburger?
Probably.
Of course, really anywhere we stop, it's in a Texas
That's true.
establishment. So.
Well, welcome back. You're listening to Illrad on the Fishbowl Radio Network, FBRN.us on the web, Facebook.com/Illumination Radio. Jump in, see our crazy antics on Facebook Live.
Crazy.
Well, it was crazy today.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Fridays are kind of been
They have been crazy.
Freaky Friday. Right?
Freaky Friday. That is our hashtag.
We roll with it.
We do.
Of course,
Okay.
yesterday was kind of crazy too.
What can you say? So next week's show, tonight is our Don't Mess with Texas show. We're playing all Texas bands. We just had our friend Brackston on with us earlier doing some Texas trivia.
Our resident Texan.
I won.
You did.
Yes.
Right.
I beat Charles. All right. So that was kind of fun for me. Maybe not so much for him, but definitely for me. Next week, we are going to have some guests in studio.
Celebrate St. Patty's Day early.
Yep, we're going to start a little early. No green beer, because that stuff's just nasty. If it's green, you don't need to drink it. No, I'm just kidding. We have Plunk Murray, Celtic punk rock adventure band.
Right.
They are local DFW. If you're going to be actually at the North Texas Celtic Festival, they're playing, next weekend?
Yeah. They've got a lot of shows coming.
They do have a lot of
It's their
shows coming
season.
up. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So they'll be in studio. May possibly have them play a little something in studio with us. So,
All right.
yeah, that'll be fun.
Our sound engineer, Spencer. Spencer, you're awesome.
Thank you,
Get
Spencer.
ready. We're going to have people playing next week. We'll see what happens. Do you think Facebook will shut us down again?
Other unknown songs,
Yeah,
originals, right?
something like that. That's what I hear anyways. Okay, so, it's hard to find quality places to live when you get older.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
Did you hear about this guy who says he is going to, instead of going to a nursing home as he gets older, he's going to live in a Holiday Inn instead? Yeah. So, it's pretty cool. I mean, I guess.
Room service every day.
Exactly. That was his whole point. He said, so let me pull it up because it's pretty awesome.
So, Honor, is it cheaper than?
Yes, because he determined. Oh, whoops. Oops. See, I can't talk and do this at the same time. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me for a second. Let's try that again. Nope, still not
It
working.
didn't catch it. Yeah.
It didn't.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Anyway, so it's actually, he did a post. It went viral, which was, people just loved what he had to say. He said, why not? We can move around. We can go wherever we want. There's room service. They're going to take care of our stuff. I mean, why not? It's like with his senior discount, it's less than $200 a day, and that was like a third of what it would cost for him to live in in a nursing home. And he could go around and
Continental breakfast every morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Check out the senior babes at the pool.
He's married.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
So is she not tagging along?
No, she is.
Oh, okay.
So, and he figured and the thing about the pool is the grandkids have somewhere to come. They can go wherever they want.
It's interesting.
I would guess that you would need, I've heard people talk about that before. Like going on cruise ships and just living on a cruise ship because they have medical facilities on the cruise ship. But it seems like you would have to kind of be, somewhat healthy to do that.
Sure.
Because traveling around from space to space.
Huh. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Are you up for that?
I don't know. I'm sure. Why not? It's cheaper than rent.
Yeah.
And
we might have to just do like Motel 6 or...
Motel 6. $49 a day.
Rose Motel.
Yeah, maybe. Retirement. Here we come. We're looking forward to it.
Right.
I don't know. What could you do that? Would you be into that?
Not sure.
Like traveling around all the time?
Maybe. Big RV.
No, I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to like actually work for it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to pay for that kind of stuff, they got to work for me, okay? They got to come make my bed, put some chocolates under my pillow. I got to get that continental breakfast. It might be the only meal I eat that day. Get me a Texas waffle, because here in Texas,
Sure. Worth a try.
But you know what? I also, family members that live in, like, assisted living,
right.
I'm just sitting there going, man, I saw their, like, calendar of events.
Oh, they've always got stuff going on.
I'm down. But why do I have to get old to enjoy those things? Like, why can't somebody take me to the grocery store now? Why can't we take a Walmart trip?
I do take you.
That's true. You do take me. Why do I have to wait to have, Bridge Day?
Oh, boy.
I mean, or knitting circle. Why can't we do that now? Why do I have to be, like, now I'm, like, working and I'm tired and don't want to do it, but why do I have to be too old to enjoy it?
I agree.
Yeah.
Quality of life there, right?
I want to enjoy it. Come on. That's my thought anyways. And, speaking of quality housing here in Texas, did you hear about Chip and Joanna Gaines?
No, what's that?
Down in Waco? The fixer-upper couple have bought... Yeah, the Empire. Basically, have they just bought the whole city by this point? It's like fixer-upper everything, Magnolia everything, and Baylor. Is there anything that they don't own?
They've got a monopoly on it.
They have. I mean, and I'm sure Waco's thrilled because that's like tax money for them. Yeah. But they bought a castle.
Wow.
Okay, well, first of all, why did someone build a castle in Waco?
Because it's Waco.
But still, I mean...
Doesn't really any castle need to be fixed up? They're like hundreds and hundreds of years old.
I don't think this one is hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like built in the 20s or something.
Oh. You know, you remember the...
It still needs some work, though, apparently.
You remember the MTV Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yes.
What they ought to do is put them up against the Pioneer Woman.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because, she, like, owns the town she lives in, too.
Sure.
She's bought, like... So, and they're both in the restaurant business now, and they both have, like... They literally have branded so much that it's insane. And people... Like, I want to go to these restaurants. I want to go to the Pioneer Woman restaurants. I want to go to the Magnolia thing in Waco. But I am not going to wait in line for that kind of stuff. I'm sorry.
Is there like a sheep sound effect?
I mean, I love that stuff, and I like the shows, and, I like all that stuff, but I just don't want to wait in line. I don't like people that much.
Well, you got the cookbook already.
Yes.
And you've got
what more do I need?
Dishes, pots, and pans What more do you need?
I've like torn up our house too, like fixer upper. So and I'm not putting it back together. Or maybe they need to come and fix it up. But why? I don't get it. It just But are you gonna buy me a castle, Charles?
Sure. Mini castle.
Right. Like a Lego one?
I've got Frank Castle, the Punisher, in my office. That kind of castle.
There you go. That could be fun.
Yeah.
That could be fun. So, that's my rant about the like 2 most popular people in reality television.
You can't get away from them.
They're awesome though. I like their stuff, but I don't like people that much that I have to wait in line for them.
Yeah. So, well, how about some more music?
I think we need some more Texas music. What do you have coming up next, Charles?
All right, we got Dallas' very own rockabilly band, Reverend Horton Heat.
Turn it up.
That's funny.
I'm on a rant today. I think every show has turned into a rant. Yeah, it is.
Is it funny though?
No, it's not.
No.
Yes and no. Michelle has turned every show into a rant.
That could be part of the show.
That is part of the show. I pay for my my soapbox, people. No, I'm just kidding.
People will spend time on TV watching the dramas, right?
That's true. You can just tune in right here for the drama.
Don't watch The Bachelor.
Why did we start talking about food? Now I'm hungry.
I know. Hungry over there, Charlie? Of course.
What do you want for dinner?
all
Don't say
leg.
pizza. Don't say pizza. Don't say pizza. Don't say pizza. Don't say pizza. No! You weren't supposed to say pizza. Oh, we already had pizza. That's right. Burger box. We could,
Are you anti-Whataburger?
no, I'm good with Whataburger. I like Whataburger. I ate too much of it. I got a little burned out on it.
It'll happen.
No, it's fun. Oh, I wonder what the score is for Trinity basketball.
Pull it up. Is it something that they post live? Probably not. Text Drew.
He's not even looking at his phone.
No.
He's gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah, I know. You know anyone else going?
No. Oh man. Did you already play that promo? Well, you're playing it again. Guess I can look around. See what I can find.
Well, we still got plenty of music.
Well, who needs to hear me talk? Just play the music, man.
We almost have enough music. We should just play straight through.
That makes for a fun Facebook Live video.
Or we can play the music and go live and we can do karaoke, sing along. That would be awful. Totally awful.
Yeah, with the bands you have. Oh my gosh. Can people hear my stomach growling?
No.
Because it's really loud.
How many
a good
more
idea.
segments do you have? Or are you winging it now?
We're just winging it, man. Winging it.
Do you
Just
wanna-
kidding. I've got a few more things we can talk about.
Speaking of wings,
Chicken wings.
Wingstop.
Ooh,
Oh,
I like where your head's at, man. That too is a Texas company.
is it?
Yep.
Wingstop.
Wingstop.
Huh.
Stop for the wings.
Know that.
Stop for the wings. Yes.
Support your local chicken.
Right. Support your local.
Do you wanna hit one more song after this?
Sure, that'll make 3, right?
Make sure I can play King's X. Do you think we should mix?
I guess. I mean, push other things up. I was wanting to play that though, but I can't hear it, so it don't matter. That's the bummer. Is that I can't hear the music. So, oh well.
You just say plumber.
I said bummer.
No, not you. Daddy.
What?
You say plumber?
No.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm very confused.
Maybe they set it over there in the other studio where they're having more fun.
They're downstairs.
It's my sound effect.
That's his sound effect for the night. Dude, I'm so hungry.
Dude, where's my car? Sweet. My tattoo say.
Dude, what's my tattoo say?
Sweet. Sweet.
We need some movie sound effects.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Isn't there a certain teleporting sound?
Probably.
Probably.
Wilhelm scream.
There you go.
Wow, someone played Dr. John.
Nice. Okay.
Drake.
That was the way.
We'll come back after this.
Okay. They played X Fest 2011.
And they're kind of a transient band. They're like from,
But they're on a hiatus right now, aren't they?
they're like local, but they're Arkansas too.
Who's that?
The Wedding? Yeah, they're kind of a hard rock band. Horse of Empire.
Oh, whoops. Dang it.
Fayetteville, that's cool.
Is it Fayetteville too? Okay. They've teetered back and forth, but I think their home base was, yeah. Well, funny thing, Michelle, King's X were the same way. They're Springfield, but they relocated to Houston.
Well, we'll take them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we need?
What do we need, C5?
Hand signals.
Okay.
And codes. We got a 90-20.
Whoops. My hair's kind of. Oh.
Your hand signals. Look.
Hand
Oh,
signals
man.
on Facebook. Yeah.
It felt right in the moment doing it, but just doesn't look quite the same.
It really doesn't,
Oh,
but
well.
we're coming back, so.
Here we go.
Welcome back. You're listening to Illrad on the Fishbowl Radio Network. That was The Wedding, X-Fest 2011 band. For those of you who know your X-Fest history.
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago. I have a fun story about that band.
Oh, yeah, it's a couple.
Yeah.
Standing on the altar, spewing water.
I was just glad he didn't pick up the Dr. Pepper bottle that was right next to him.
I keep wanting to put that picture on the church Facebook page.
Right? That's seriously, like, that was like the moment where they were like holding me back because I was literally about to like run down the middle aisle. No!
Until there's a mosh pit, and then you're like, no.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Pass.
Don't stand on the altar rail.
Don't fear the reaper.
That is a good song. You're right.
That'll have to be our 70s
That is
show.
not a Texas song, band, though.
70s show. Stay tuned.
Yes. We have so many fun shows coming up, you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know what we've got planned.
Should we kind of give a hint, or we should keep the mystery?
Okay, so next week we have Celtic punk rock adventure band Plunk Murray in studio with us. We're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day a little earlier than
So it
normal.
doesn't matter if we wear green or not that day. It's not technically.
Well, we wouldn't wear green anyways. We're not Catholic.
Okay, orange. Whatever.
I don't look good in orange, so I'm not wearing that.
Okay.
So
You wear an orange jumpsuit. That would look interesting in itself.
that would look interesting. So yeah, we're not doing that. But after that, the week after, we've got the 90s
We're
rock show.
Putting all
Yes,
90s.
my
Yeah.
heart. Yes.
And we'll work on an all 80s.
Yeah. All 80s show. We've got a lot of fun things planned.
And
You know,
we're-
tonight's Don't Mess with Texas, so we've had all Texas bands. We had some Texas trivia. I totally beat Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should. You're native.
I am. Actually, one of the questions he gave you, I was kind of like, oh, I was back and forth on that one. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. We're actually going to also have some fun social. Yeah, we're all things rock talk and pop culture. So we're going to have a nerd show. Got that coming
Nerd
up.
rock. Yep.
Nerd rock.
Maybe hair band.
Hair
metal?
bands.
I don't know.
Yep. Some social media stuff coming up too.
Sure.
That's going to be fun. So who knows? Maybe we'll have Jason Witten on the show.
Maybe.
What do you think?
Give him a
Maybe
call.
we could get him to call in.
Call Jerry.
Jason Witten, if you're listening, because we know you are. It's a Friday night. I mean, come on. You got to be listening to Illrad. What else do you have to do on a Friday night?
Right.
I mean, besides be awesome, apparently, coming out of retirement. Can I trade him? Can I retire for a while?
I don't know. Is that how it works?
I think it is. I think it is.
It's funny.
Okay, so Charles, I was doing a little Texas surfing this week, getting ready for the show. And I found something kind of interesting. So, you know, you're standing in line over at the airport, and you realize that you packed something in your bag that you shouldn't have.
Gun?
No, not a gun.
Ask Jerry Jones. He's done that.
Apparently, I wouldn't know. Why was he even flying commercial anyways?
Yeah, he does.
Didn't he own, like, a fleet of jets?
Maybe.
Anyway, so you're at the airport, you're standing in line, you left a pocket knife in your bag.
Right.
You don't know what to do with it. So you can either toss it or you can surrender it at the airport. Well, if you're in the TSA line, the airport has to keep it for like 30 days. And then what happens with it? Because apparently this is not a new phenomenon. People leave this stuff and, they don't come back for it because obviously it's out of town and what are you going to do? So they have the TSA sends it off to a surplus store.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And that they have them nationwide, but there's actually one here in Texas. They can't sell anything that's illegal. They just do things like corkscrews and tools and knives, sunglasses. Like, why are sunglasses a thing?
Why is that a problem?
Why?
Through?
I don't know. Maybe it's just stuff they find in the airport too.
Knives?
One of the things said jewelry. I could see having to surrender your knife.
Yeah.
But you like jewelry?
Sure.
I don't get that.
Contraband?
Whatever it is. So, yeah, there's one here actually in Texas. It's in Austin. It's a 50,000 square foot warehouse. So that's like a lot of stuff.
Oh, we gotta go. Road
Yeah.
trip, right?
Exactly. So they can't, apparently, they don't like advertise. It's all word of mouth that where they are, but people keep coming back to it. And yeah, so Austin road trip.
Keeping Austin weird.
Has anybody, if you've been there, jump over on our Facebook Live, facebook.com/Illrad Radio. I want to know if this stuff is this real? And did you find something good? I don't know.
Interesting. Power tool? Powder drill?
Yeah, but
Where are you fitting that?
yeah, I guess as a carry-on.
Yeah. Huh.
Just
when
randomly?
I travel, I like to take my drill. You just never know, right?
You never know what you're going to need to do.
Oh.
There were a few times, so we don't. Oops, excuse me. See, I'm hitting the mic. We don't fly often, but when we did, I was like, oh my goodness, what do I have in my carry-on that's going to be?
You wonder.
Yeah.
Unlabeled bottles of stuff, if it's not.
The right size. And then we went through one airport, they didn't even look. I was concerned.
I could have been a mule,
Exactly. I could have been carrying some
opportunity.
bad stuff with me. Seriously. What could I've... Oops. I guess it helps if I push that. Push the right buttons. That's just kind of odd. But I want to go to that store now. So anybody going to Austin or you're in Austin and you go try out that store, I just posted the link. Tell me if they have some good stuff. I want to go check it out.
We've got friends in Austin area.
We do.
Let them know.
Time to go visit.
Yep.
Let's go to Austin. All right. I think we need more music.
We do. All right. So next we've got Dallas' own Course of Empire, which were notably known for having 2 drummers.
What?
So, yeah. So here's Course of Empire.
2 drummers?
Yep.
What do you need 2 drummers for?
You can hear it.
I can't hear it on Facebook Live because...
One was a full kit and the other was a lot of like the djembe.
Oh, okay, so that's different.
Well, it was pretty prolific, both sets.
Well, okay, so I could see...
Very tribal sound, and their sound is pretty unique.
I could see that, but... Okay, Spencer, I have a question. What do you get for the Sharky points? Like what does that get you?
I'm not exactly sure myself. It's stuff that Sammy runs for like the Sharky Awards and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So we can buy our way into the Sharky Awards, is what you're telling me. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not exactly buying; it's doing stuff for your show essentially.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Earn points.
Yeah, it's doing things for like the show and other shows and all that kind of stuff, and doing all the networking.
Very
Right.
cool.
Yeah, leaves you out.
Nice.
You just go for the food.
I'm just here for the...
I just fix things.
Right. You should get points for that. That's
So
a big deal.
one of my coworkers has a shirt that says, I'm only here because you broke something."
Right.
Nice.
Like, yep,
That's funny.
that's about right.
Yeah. Tech support in that show.
Basically, I'm only here because you broke something. Usually, though, it's not me that broke it.
Sure.
I am pretty good about not breaking things. Or at least making it look like I fixed it.
Yeah.
I tried. I tried to fix it. Ooh, they're streaming the game tonight. Oh, you have to have
That's
an
a
app.
big deal. You have to have an app for everything.
Yeah, I know. Man, I wrote that. Why is that on there? You know, it's funny when somebody takes something you wrote and posts it on something.
Huh? Do tell. Got Tuesday? Okay. You did it.
But I didn't post it.
So how did they do that? If you wrote it, they just you wrote it in something else.
I wrote it in something else. It's just funny. I was like, did I post that? Oh my gosh. I'm like
Time to
going through
harass staff.
a wormhole or something. Did I do that? Did I hit my head harder on that plastic turtle than I thought I did?
Oh, that's funny. I'll be nice in case you're listening.
I did. I mean, you know, I was concerned there for a second when I fell and twisted my knee. I hit my head on a plastic turtle full of stuffed animals.
Ouch.
I'm so glad nobody saw me do that.
Except a bunch of toddlers.
So, yeah. Oh, and one of them was just so sweet. He's like, "Are you okay?" He's like rubbing my knee. "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, don't touch it." "Okay." "Never mind. You don't get it. It's okay." So sweet. I don't know. Some of the like toddlers working with small children, I often wonder like how can you be at the exact same time be so sweet and then be such a little turkey? Like seriously.
Put it nicely too.
It is. They're cute though. It's because they're cute. There's some of those kids I'm like, it's a good thing you're cute. Because
Little minions.
they are. They're so cute though. I can't help
Right. Children look like angels when they're sleeping.
it. Right?
Yeah.
They'll take the pillow and you just can't do it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, nope, never mind. Never mind.
That's funny.
Are we coming back after this song?
Are we?
Sure, why not?
Good, because I want to pair those two next round.
Okay. So I have some weird story. I have the weird stories now.
Okay. Well, then what? After we'll do, you do those. I can bump up the Henley Dirty Laundry if you want.
Whatever. How much time I got? Okay, I got time.
You're good.
I've got time. So, did you hear about this guy that got executed here in Texas, like last night or the night before? And his family was actually in the viewing also. Which I'm
Wow.
thinking, well,
I don't think
I don't think I want to do that.
No.
But apparently they had this thing that they would say to one another, so they were like banging on the glass and they had to forcibly and like yelling at it at each other, and they had to forcibly remove his family.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
I mean, not that he was an angel, but
Well,
that's
regardless
kind of
of
I
whatever
don't
he
think
did,
I
I
could
still
do
couldn't.
that.
Yeah, that's almost torture. Oh, this guy.
Oh.
You're gonna like this upcoming story.
D-
I say
no,
like.
really,
It's out
not.
there. Moral of the story. Tip.
Oh.
He's like, I already know where you're going. I already know where you're going.
We find weird stories. Oh, sorry, cookie.
Yep. Oh, you better go back. Whoops.
Which one left?
Yeah. Welcome back. You're listening to Illrad on the Fishbowl Radio Network, and we were just having way too much fun here in the studio.
Too much.
And yeah, too much fun. Let's see, who were we playing, Charles?
You caught me up totally off guard.
Something fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It was great.
No,
Oh, Ivory Line.
Ivory Line.
Ivory
Yeah,
Line.
from
Oh,
Tyler,
yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
which I don't think they're
Are they
doing
on
it.
hiatus now
yeah, I
or
think it's
whatever?
permanent,
Permanent.
probably.
They're just out there doing their thing.
Yeah.
So, it's not an Illrad show if we don't share some weird stories. So, we have found some weird food stories.
And it
And
all
it
comes
seems
out of the
to be-
same state.
Well, all but one. But
Majority.
so we have our you know it, you love it. It's time for tonight's WTF.
What the Florida?
What the Florida?
There's something in the water there.
Yes, there is. First off, let's just start. What is it with food in Florida problems? Like, I just don't get it. It's just weird. Fox News reports Florida man arrested for allegedly throwing a cookie at his girlfriend. I've got to, yeah, he looks like,
He looks like he'd throw more than just a cookie, but
I know, that's it. The Florida man was arrested for domestic battery because he threw a cookie at his girlfriend. Yeah, you heard it there, folks.
so he
Threw a
tossed
cookie.
the cookies.
He tossed his
That's the
cookies.
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
How much more can you throw in there? Wade Smith of Suffer Hills was taken into custody on Sunday after deputies with the county sheriff's office were called to the home he shares with his girlfriend. Apparently, they had gotten into a pretty heated argument, and he threw a hard piece of cookie and hit her in the forehead, leaving a red mark. He confessed to authorities that he had thrown the cookie at her and was booked in jail with a $500 bond. I mean, I get it. We joke about all these food fights and things like that. It is a domestic violence situation, but a cookie? Like, you call the police because of a cookie?
So he should have deserted her
Oh.
instead of deserting her.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, the puns.
Wow.
The
I
pun
mean, he
master.
could have thrown worse things, but
I guess it's probably just a good thing he did throw a cookie, but wow. I threw my phone at someone once.
or canned vegetables.
I have thrown canned vegetables at someone. I hit my target too. I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying. Statute of limitations are over though, so probably okay. Can't come back and get me. So yeah. What the Florida? Don't throw your cookies there. You might get in trouble. Yep. Okay, next story, also out of Florida. Oh, this one's bad. This one's actually kind of sad. Fox News also. I don't know. What is Fox News? I guess stuff
Fox,
is just
Florida.
so weird in Florida that they just keep throwing stuff out there. Fox News reports a Florida man ends a standoff for a slice of pizza that he was promised.
The look on his face in the article is just priceless.
He
Like,
does
really?
not look like he got his slice of pizza. This is out of Pensacola, Florida. Authorities say that the man accused of threatening his family ended a 4-hour standoff with police after he was promised a slice of pizza. The 33-year-old was arrested and charged with resisting an officer and aggravated stalking. Obviously, again, a sad situation we should not joke about. But he ended the he ended the standoff when the SWAT team promised him a slice of pizza.
Ah.
No word if he actually got the pizza. And in this picture, he does not look very happy. He does not look like he got his pizza.
He looked like he didn't get the deep dish he wanted.
No deep dish.
You know, that story kind of reminds me of one of the episodes on Justified.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A little negotiating with food.
Yes. I don't know.
That's wild.
So again, there's your next What the Florida. This next story, though, I gotta tell you, this one's weird. It did not happen in Florida, but we are going to make it an honorary Florida story because it's just weird.
Well, Tennessee.
Like, where do we go from here? I mean, this is like the downhill slide of this show, by the way. Tennessee man, this is NBC News reporting that a Tennessee man accused of dipping his testicles in customers' salsa before an online delivery because, well, they didn't tip enough.
So he tipped.
Oh. And here's the great part of it. Okay, so I guess he was a passenger with a delivery driver. Yeah, this is so bad. He was a passenger with a delivery driver. The delivery driver says, clearly, this is the problem, okay? This is where this totally went crazy, is they recorded it and then they posted it online as video. Like, why? Really?
Criminals aren't so smart.
And the driver said, this is what you get when you give an 89-cent tip for an almost 30-minute drive. Folks, just be sure you're tipping well.
Tip.
Yes.
Well, and you know, you hear other versions of that story. I think, is it in Lake Worth years back at a Whataburger?
Yes. I remember that story.
It was a sheriff going through the drive-thru, right?
Yes. And they, like, spit in his burger or something.
Like that. And he witnessed it. I mean, wrong person to witness that.
Yeah, like he saw it happen through the window.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, first of all, you shouldn't do that to anybody's food. But really? Yeah, so they have been arrested, the driver and the perpetrator of the food. By the way, in case you were wondering, that is an actual charge of adulteration of food. In case you were wondering, like, there are actually laws on the books about this kind of thing. Dinner Delivered, which is the company that the driver worked for, has been fired, and the man is still behind bars, according to the news story.
Oh, nuts.
Oh, really? So,
That's
I don't know.
bizarre.
Tennessee, are we going to start finding stories about you? Because do we need to start sharing Tennessee stories instead?
We'll be looking.
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking for weird, so
That one takes the cake.
yeah, it does. So let's end our WTF What the Florida segment with some music.
And more specifically, Don Henley from Texas, Dirty Laundry.
That was pretty much the last place I found capsaicin.
What's
No
that?
kidding. I keep thinking like why are you gonna put something spicy there?
Yeah.
Why?
I
That
mean,
is just terrible. That does not sound like it would feel good. It just no. No.
Revenge, and
I
he
mean-
gets revenge on you.
no kidding, right? I mean, not a simple spit in the salsa.
No. Ugh, which is gross too, but That grosses me out too. Like, just don't touch. I'm not, you know what? That's it. We're gonna just go home and we're gonna make dinner.
Right, that's what I do. I don't go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere anymore. We're just gonna make dinner. What do you think over there, C5? You look like you're disturbed.
I still hope the person got the dipping sauce.
Apparently so.
Ooh.
Oh.
I saw somebody post like, "Oops,
Oh.
Dippin'
man.
Nuts." Yikes. So, oh, you better. Are you gonna do those too?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, it's almost the end of the show.
Yeah, time flies.
We
Sure
adulterated this studio with inappropriate talk. Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
Just reporting the news.
I know it is. We find the weirdest stuff. Seriously.
It's nothing but medical terms, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And a few puns.
Yeah.
A few puns. Oh boy. Yeah. Actually, why don't after the King Zach song, do you want to come back after that?
Yeah.
Well, no, you still gotta. pull
Oh,
it up
you
there.
mean after? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can end it with some Edie Brickell.
You have some more segments?
No. I gave you all my weird stories, Charles.
I think I'm searching all those and connecting with Google. That's messed up my Facebook algorithm.
Yeah.
You know?
Weird stuff. And
Then
something
sometimes
like,
you want to look something up, and do I really? Because then,
Right.
you know?
You never know what you're going to get.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, friend, can I borrow your phone? I need to look something up. you
right?
know?
You don't want to Google that. No, thank you. But they had a video of it. Like they
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
showed the
that's
video.
ridiculous. That's just stupid.
Like, you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
And I was sitting on the other side of the desk from him, and the look on his face, he's like,
Oh,
"No,
my.
they have a video. No."
Dumb.
No, that's bad.
You just left a smoking gun there, man.
Smoking something.
I'm sure that's what busted him right there. You know, you have a
Oh, yeah.
video.
Yeah, as soon as you have a video, I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I'm so glad there were not smartphones when I was young and stupid.
That's no different
That's all
than
I have to
people.
say.
Gosh, right?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Charlie, you kids will never know what it's like not to have that. I mean, we took pictures of things, and I'm like, oh man, if I die, what?
I got away with so much.
No kidding.
Right.
No
Wouldn't work these
kidding.
days.
No.
It's like,
Crazy.
if I die, please go empty that box of pictures I took when I was 19. Oops. Forget clearing my internet history. I don't know. We have weird stories now, so that's always fun. It really sounds like someone's having fun somewhere. I bet they weren't talking about somebody dunking their testicles in salsa, though. That's fun. What kind of fun are they having down there? My parents will be so proud. When I said I wanted to be a journalist,
Yellow journalism.
that's
That's a real story.
a real story.
It's not fabricated.
No. Like, but what happens in Florida that makes
I don't
crazy
know.
stuff
It's-
happen?
I don't know.
Last week,
Like 9 out of 10 crazy stories come out of Florida.
it
Right.
does. Like, what is it?
And it's not all the retirees,
No.
so
No, it's so weird. Like, what is happening? Charlie, you want to go to Florida?
we know he wants to go.
It's fun to visit.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
Sinkholes scare me out there, like trying to live there.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Sheesh.
That's why that place is like notorious for that.
It's crazy.
No, in my luck, I'd get swallowed up.
Yeah.
Whoops. No way.
Yeah, it is. Like, they go and they look, there's like a 400-foot cavern underneath where his bedroom was.
Wow.
Oh no. Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
So you want to have enough to talk a bit, we'll end on Easy Raquel.
Sure. I'm sure this is a great song. I can't hear it.
Keep going.
And I had to delete the other one. Because it wouldn't let me start another one until I deleted it.
Which one?
The first video.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, Sony. Oh well. One of these days, Charles will get it right.
Yeah.
Probably not anytime soon, but we'll get there.
I hear faint music in my headphones.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Shh. Are you sure it's music? Might be the people next door.
It's like really.
All I hear are the people next door. They're probably having way more fun than we are. That's it. We'll have a party in the studio.
What happens here stays here.
Except that it's on Facebook Live,
Yeah,
so...
it's a little more than that.
What happens if Fishbowl stays there? It's streamed live.
You know. But still. It's like Vegas. I love those Vegas commercials from a few years ago where the lady comes back and her husband's like, do you have pictures from your trip? And she gives him like hand-drawn pictures and she's like, see? And he's like, these are just like, you know, stick figures. And she's like, oh no, this is where we went to the show and this is where we went to.
That's funny.
That was genius marketing right there. I think I broke my Facebook app.
You need a new phone.
That's it. You heard it here, folks. Oh, they keep teasing me with the snow on
It's not gonna
Monday.
snow.
It's not gonna snow on Monday. I would like it to snow on Monday. Or at least so they delay school. Like till 10 o'clock and then I don't have to go to
Right.
early.
You want snow?
Yes. I've wanted snow all
Just
winter.
so she can have a day
Find
off.
it cold.
Next
I can live with it.
Yeah, right.
I can. I can do it.
Going at it.
They are. Well, it's been a fun night. Our Facebook Live video got cut off because I left the music turned up, and I've blown my nose 3 times on.
Keeping it real.
I'm just. Wow.
Wrestling match?
That's my office.
You better go
you
check
need
that
to
out.
check?
I think they were just putting like some shoes or something in there.
Oh.
So.
WWE. Oh, here we go.
We gotta get in on this Sharky Point thing,
Yeah,
Charles.
we do. Yeah, I'm sure
It's early in the year. We can do it.
yeah. Isn't it like nothing? September.
September.
Okay,
Oh.
you have time. All right, here we go.
You're listening to Illrad on the Fishbowl Radio Network. That was King's X over my head.
Yes,
Charles has
excited
been
to play that.
dying to play that on Illrad.
that goes back to high school for me.
Aww. That's
It's
nice.
a nice play. Even though I didn't hear him. I've heard him enough.
Right? Well, it's the end of our show. and we are super excited and glad you joined us for the Don't Mess with Texas, all Texas bands Illrad show.
Join us next week.
Yes, next week we have Celtic punk rock adventure band Plunk Murray in studio with us. Wear your green or your orange. Get ready for St.
wear
Patty's Day
something.
early. Yes, please wear something. Please. Don't be like you're from Florida or something.
Right.
Wear your clothes. So they'll be in studio with us. We want to say thank you to our friend Brackston, who joined us tonight with some Texas trivia. You can check him out on YouTube. You can see his show, The Stars at Night. 3 episodes. Pretty awesome stuff about Texas history. And we'll be back here next week on the Fishbowl Radio Network, 7 to 9 p.m. You guys have a great night. Eat some Whataburger. And Charles, you have anything good to say?
Good night.
All right. Here's some Edie Burkell. Have a great night. Oops.
All right.
All right.
Good.
Good show.
Thanks.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Entertaining.
Oh,
Good.
I forgot I
Good
did
point,
the wrong
right?
thing, right? Did I do it? Oh, yeah, I got it.